Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one, the only Queen Priyanka.
Yeah. I guess like every time you say Velvet Rope, everyone thinks about Janet Jackson, I'm assuming.
Everybody thinks about Janet Jackson. I didn't even necessarily make that connection when I decided on this name. I'm really not a huge Janet fan. I like Janet, but when I bow down to the altar, it's not Janet, it's others.
Who is
So
at the altar?
Madonna.
Oh, interesting. You're Madonna gay.
I am a Madonna gay, which really kind of shows my age, but I am a Madonna gay and a Cher gay.
I
Those
mean,
are
like, no,
mine.
they're amazing. Madonna also like took Bob the Drag Queen on tour. Like that is iconic. That is mainstream. That is everything. That makes more opportunities for more drag queens in the future. Like Madonna is the one, honey.
She is. And when it stopped in each place, like, okay, she had Kelly Ripa in New York, and if there was like some huge celebrity, but when she was in certain, if there was no like Kelly Ripa type in that state, she pulled up a lot of the drag queens, like a lot of the queens got on stage for
Kelly
like
Ripa
this.
is a drag queen.
She is. That is true.
Like when you think about it, like Kelly Ripa, girl, you're a drag queen.
She pretty much is. Well, how are you? Listen, you are
I'm
you
amazing.
are booked and busy. HBO's We're Here
That's
is
right.
back on
Yeah,
the
when I
air.
wrote my song "Bitch I'm Busy" in 2020, I didn't realize it was going to come to full fruition, but it did. It did. "Bitch I'm Busy," 5 shows down, and put me in a tizzy. It is incredible. I mean, like doing Drag Race is one thing. Like being in a pandemic and doing Zoom press all the time was crazy, and then like finally like being on an incredible show like We're Here, which was an honor, and then doing American press with HBO. It is wild. Oh, by the way, for everyone listening
Yes.
to this, I'm in a hallway. I'm
Well,
in a
you
hallway.
are.
No matter how famous you get, there's still no private room. And this is what drag is though when you think about it. Like this is drag. In the hallway, wig on, chilling at a table.
You're making it look so glamorous, though.
Doing press. Press, 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 press.
Listen, how did you get involved? I mean, we're here. It's in the fourth season. We changed around the cast this year. How did you get involved with this show?
I pushed all the three other hosts down the flight of stairs and I said, I'm gonna take your job, bitch. And then now I got the job.
And here you are.
You're right. We are here. Priyanka's here. At the beginning of 2023, I really wanted to just like stop sharing Instagram stories and being like, I'll help, but really like, what the hell are you doing? You're pressing share. And which is good enough for people that have a lot of anxiety. But for me, I like to be in the physical form. I like to do shows. I like to get my hands dirty. And I never ever once thought that We're Here was going to be the outlet to help. I just figured it would be something else. And manifesting is a thing, and saying what you want, these things will come back and get you. And then We're Here called. And it was like my agent was like, "Hey, like We're Here called," and I was like, "For what? What do they want from me? What did I do now?" And it was like they're looking to like switch up the host, and they wanted to like talk to you. So I had an interview, and then had another interview, and had an in-person interview, and then had a chemistry test with the other hosts, and it was a done deal, baby. It's incredible. That show is built for me. Like I love that show. It's exactly what I love about drag. It's exactly what I love about entertaining people. Like I love mentoring people. I love like inspiring people and being like, "You got this," and like then heading back on the road. Like it's incredible.
Did you feel, because like the stakes are somewhat higher this season, because now like you guys are specifically going into states where, the drag ban is in effect. So what was that
Yeah,
like?
I mean, it's no different than like what being a queer person ever. Truly, like the like we always say like we're not going anywhere, but like we mean that because like baby girl, well whether I'm in Tennessee, Oklahoma, Toronto, um, I'm still gonna be this and presenting either in drag or out of drag with the nails on, more femme. Like the stakes are always high. I think like realizing that there could actually be like a criminal charge, for indecency, knowing that they tried to ban drag and then it passed and then it didn't pass and then they changed it just to an indecency law just so they can like get away with it. And then us calling the police station to be like, what exactly is indecency? They couldn't explain it to us. I was like, okay, this is corrupt. Great, cool. It was heartbreaking, but not heartbreaking for me. It was heartbreaking for the people that live there. Like, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But it's the people that live there day to day that are like struggling. And it breaks my heart.
Yeah. Were you, I mean, I know there was production and it was HBO, but like, was there ever like, were you scared? Because like you say, I mean, the stakes were high.
Yeah, I mean, like, very scared. Especially when we were doing a meet and greet in Bartlesville, like it was just like all open. We got death threats, all of it, and it was very, very, very scary. Like the most scariest thing ever. I was like, I don't know what's going to happen. And like me, I'm usually like I'm gonna just go show people. I'm walking because there's a quieter room. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show people that like I can do whatever the hell I want, and blah 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 blah. But then when we're standing there in like the open field, I was like, shit, like somebody could actually have a gun from a skyscraper. And like they told us on Facebook, they were gonna shoot us. So like, are these threats real? Are they not real? Like that's when shit gets really scary.
Well, that sounds pretty real to me. I mean, when you get a threat on Facebook, like I just take all those type of threats really seriously. Not that I received any, but I know people do. And I was like, God, I mean, I take all that very seriously.
I like never used to take them seriously because I was like, it's just the internet, who cares? Until I was in America. And I said, okay, wait. But also like the hate's getting stronger and the churches and the hate groups are banding together and like finding out that the protesters is just like a business, like the churches just like pay them to go. And I'm like, oh wait, this is a business too? So you're making money off of hating us? That means that it's not gonna stop. Well, there's money involved?
Yeah.
They don't care. I could hire them to protest something for me if I wanted to. Like that's corrupt, but
Right. Once there's money involved, it's not going to stop. I mean, is that like, what did you learn through this process? And like, what do you think, right? What do you think the state of affairs is like? Is it getting worse? Is it getting better? Like from someone that has just gone on this journey with We're Here.
it feels like both. It feels like a little bit of both. And I know that's not really helpful for anyone, but it feels like while people are fighting for their rights and people are fighting against these, trans, queer, two-spirit, indigenous people as well, we're not backing down, and that's helpful because it means that like it's kind of just like coming to we're rising together. Like it's good and it's bad. I don't know. For me personally, it's good that like we're not being silenced. Like they're trying to, but it's not working. But the mainstream media does get affected. Like 2023 was a very tough year for a lot of drag queens and trans people to get work, to get campaigns, to get pride work because of like the Dylan Mulvaney but Bud Light campaign thing that went. It wasn't a campaign. They just sent her a free like beer or some shit, and that affected all of us. Kid Rock shooting, a gun at cases of Bud Light. Like every corporation said, we're not going to call the drag queens this year. Then like, let's just stay away from it. Like it was really heartbreaking and really bad because I was like, shit, is this the new normal? But then that fades away and everyone's like, okay, drag queens back in 2024. Here we go. It's just like it's a cycle.
Wow, I never would have thought that the whole Dylan thing with Bud Light would kind of affect the drag community, but I mean, I guess that makes
Baby. But as
sense.
we said before, when there's the money involved, guess what? No drag
Right.
queens on the campaign then. It's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah.
Where do you think the state of like me